on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Good morning. Are you ready for winter?
I'm ready for the snow, but I'm not ready for our temperatures to get below single digits.
Single digit temps later this week. Yeah, it's really going to be a wild week. Let's take a peek at our Skywatch radar right now. We are seeing snow falling across Ellensburg, Yakima, even some rain mixed with snow on the I-82 corridor there between Tri-Cities and Yakima. So be careful out on the roads this morning. Going to see a slippery mess. And these snow showers, this is just the beginning. We're going to have a lot of snow coming our way in the next couple of days. Dust Devil Sky Cam, 27 degrees. Locally, Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities, pretty calm this morning, but on the chilly side, definitely want to layer up and grab your coat this morning. Here's what's coming. Blizzard warnings across the Cascade Mountains, 8 to 24 inches, winds up to 65 miles an hour. We also have a blizzard warning in the Blue Mountains, 6 to 20 inches there with winds up to 60 miles an hour. Look for snow on the I-90 corridor up into Spokane, 2 to 4 inches travel impacts. Now this is just the very short term. We've got even more coming later in the week. So rain, snow mix in the lower elevations. Get ready for strong gusty winds. They kick up tonight into tomorrow. Blizzard conditions across the mountains and our temperatures getting ready to plummet down to the single digits. I'll get to all the details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. The Walla Walla Fire Department reported Sunday one of its firefighters died while on duty. Fire engineer Ryan Pleasance died while on duty yesterday morning. The fire department said Pleasance was a 20-year veteran with Walla Walla Fire, serving as a medic for 19 years before being promoted to engineer in July. The department said memorial service plans will be announced, but they didn't share any further information. Each of the Tri-Cities now have new mayors, all sworn in last week. I sat down with each of the mayors from Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick, and they're not unfamiliar faces to their respective council benches. I first talked with Pasco Mayor Pete Serrano, whose role lasts until the end of 2025. Mayor Serrano has lived in Pasco since 2015 and has 6 years on the Pasco City Council. He's also an attorney and the general counsel with the Silent Majority Foundation. The role of mayor is appointed by fellow council members who turn the role over to Serrano on Tuesday, January 2nd, with a 6-to-1 vote. Serrano says he's worked under several different mayors in the past 6 years, and he's planning to take a little from each of them as he starts his term.
I've had the opportunity to learn from 3 very different personalities of how to embrace this position, and I'm hopefully going to take, my flair plus the benefits of those 3 individuals and really do my best again to represent the city.
After that, I swung by the Richland City Hall to talk with Richland Mayor Teresa Richardson. She's been a part of the Richland City Council since 2022 and became Mayor Pro Tem last year. She became mayor on Tuesday the 2nd after a 6-1 vote for the role. Mayor Teresa Richardson says with her former experience as the CEO for Habitat for Humanity, she brings a desire to continue to engage with the community and encourage a positive environment.
People from all across the board, different cultures, different opportunities. So that was good training ground. And so to bring that here, just an acceptance of people that are different than you are and just realizing that they have value too and a voice that needs to be heard and encouraged.
Finally, I stopped at Kennewick Mayor Gretel Crawford's office at one of her local businesses. Kennewick Mayor Gretel Crawford has been in office since 2022 and was appointed Mayor Pro Tem, then officially became mayor this December after former Mayor Bill McKay stepped down from the role. Mayor Crawford unanimously renewed her title at Tuesday's council meeting. She says the city of Kennewick is busy and there's lots of change ahead.
But I think one of the biggest things we'll be doing is finding a replacement for Marie Mosley, and it's very important that we find the right person. And I think as we're looking forward, we have a lot of growth and a lot of change ahead. Sometimes change is scary, but I think that I'd like to look at it as an opportunity, and the rest of the City Council is very much on board and on the same page with, I think, what we're looking for.
We are going to hear more from each of the new mayors over the course of this week, so stay tuned to Good Morning Northwest. We'll hear from Pasco Mayor Serrano tomorrow. There's an election coming up next month for Benton County voters on February 13th. The Benton County Auditor's Office has released key dates and information about it. According to the auditor's office, a logic and accuracy test examining the accuracy of vote tabulating equipment is set for tomorrow, January 9th at 2 in the afternoon. Ballots will be sent out via mail on January 24th. Mail-in votes and online voter registration must be submitted by February 5th. The auditor's office says the election will be certified at 9 in the morning on February 23rd. Today is the first day of the Washington State legislative session, and hundreds of bills have already been filed by state lawmakers. District 15 Senator Nikki Torres has put forward several proposals focused on helping public defenders. Help that officials here in the Tri-Cities say is desperately needed. Apple Valley News Now's Alyssa Warner reports.
If you're charged with a crime, you have the constitutional right to a lawyer. If you can't afford one, the government has to provide one for you, which is done through the Office of Public Defense.
It's not a glamorous career to be a public defender, I guess, or financially lucrative.
The problem right now is finding enough money to pay those lawyers for the hours they spend working, especially in smaller counties.
It's bankrupting us here at Franklin County to have to defend so many people.
That's what Franklin County Administrator Mike Gonzalez told us back in 2023. Today, he told me things haven't improved. The county is using COVID-19 relief money to help bridge the gap for now, but that's running out fast. State Senator Nikki Torres has heard those concerns and is taking them to the legislature with a proposal to gradually increase state funding for the Office of Public Defense.
We have public defenders that are leaving to go across the river to, get better pay or, just work in private practice. But unfortunately, that leaves us with the shortage that we are currently facing and will continue to face because of the lack of funding.
It can take years to get state lawmakers to sign off on a change like this. So in the meantime, she has also proposed 2 other bills that would get more people the training they need to become public defenders.
And that will really help with getting having recent graduates as legal interns, with partnering them with experienced attorneys. And that way they're able to have that experience under their belt. Because as we're seeing right now, even if we try to get someone that wants to help out, that's been doing like family law for 15, 20 years, that's already an attorney practicing, they unfortunately can't take on some of these criminal cases because of the lack of experience in those certain type of criminal cases. So this will at least get them with some experience under their belt so that they are able to start helping meet that need.
Lawmakers will have until early March to finish their work for the session. For Apple Valley News Now, I'm Alyssa Warner.
Since you also have the right to a speedy trial if someone is charged with a crime, but there's nobody available to defend them, the county might have to just let them go. We're continuing to track this developing story, and we'll bring you updates as we get them. Representative Dan Newhouse held the third of his Central Washington Fentanyl Task Force meetings Friday. Newhouse says the report demonstrates efforts to tackle fentanyl, other substance abuse, and mental health issues. He says the report outlines goals at the federal, state, and county levels. According to Representative Newhouse, this audience received a briefing from the group Safe Yakima Valley about its efforts to land a grant from the Washington Department of Commerce. Newhouse says both the report and grant are important tools for fighting fentanyl abuse. Several cannabis retailers in Western Washington have been dealing with criminals using vehicles to smash into the business and steal products and cash. After the failure of last year's measure designed to give small retailers excise tax credits for safety upgrades, State Senator Karen Kaiser has drafted a more targeted program to fund safety improvements like bollards.
Financial support for being able to put up things like bollards and things like that. That can happen immediately.
Small retail businesses. That would include cannabis stores, convenience stores, those kinds of on-the-street retail stores that unfortunately have been real targets.
Since cannabis remains illegal under federal law, lawmakers haven't passed legislation allowing banks to conduct a business with cannabis companies. However, the Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board is offering free safety assessments for smaller retailers. Stacy Lee returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And right now, things are clear and calm. Chilly this morning. Grab your coat. 28 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. We've got very active weather coming our way this week. I'll get to all the details in my First Alert weather forecast.
Plus, the first look at trends following most of the winter holidays shows that seasonal virus activity remains elevated and continues to rise across the United States. We'll dive deeper into the data.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Next ET, inside Hollywood's party of the year.
ET at the Golden Globes.
The couples, the fashion.
It's surprisingly comfortable.
What you didn't see backstage.
Hi, ET.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, 6 years no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
You need a fan, but they're bulky, awkward, and never put the breeze exactly where you want it. Introducing my Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell, the compact cordless fan that unfolds into your own personal wind machine and extends to nearly 4 feet high. Its lightweight, portable design makes it easier than ever to have a targeted breeze anywhere. Plus, this whisper quiet fan has 3 separate speeds, making personalizing your comfort a breeze. My Fold-Away Fan's rechargeable lithium battery lasts up to 10 hours, and it has enough power to blast a breeze to the other side of this room. Its unique telescoping stand allows you to place it on the floor, so the breeze will reach anywhere with ease. Then the whole thing folds away for easy storage. Get my Fold-Away Fan from Bell & Howell for just 2 payments of $19.99. It comes with the USB cable to make charging fast and easy. My Fold-Away Fan. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-349-4196. That's 1-800-349-4196 or go to myfoldawayfan.com.
Sanity in wartime requires
a sound heart and a sound mind. Sir!
MASH.
Broadcast channels 35.2 and 42.2 and on Spectrum Channel 182. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Respiratory viruses didn't take a break for the holidays. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, COVID-19 and flu activity is increasing in most of the country. In fact, the CDC says flu-like activity is high or very high in all but about a dozen states. Hospitalizations for COVID-19 and the flu both surged last week when compared to the week before. The agency says the JN1 variant now accounts for most of new COVID infections. Meanwhile, the CDC says that RSV activity is showing signs of slowing down in parts of the country, especially in the South. But the agency says the best way to protect yourself is by rolling up your sleeve. However, vaccination rates remain low for both children and adults. The Supreme Court is set to consider its second major abortion-related case of the year. On Friday, the High Court said it will decide if emergency room doctors can do medically necessary abortions in states where they are prohibited. This stems from a lawsuit from the United States versus Idaho. The state's namesake Defense of Life Act bans the termination of most pregnancies, with exception to prevent the death of the mother. This law also says doctors who break this law could have their licenses suspended. The Biden White House sued, saying a federal Medicare statute supersedes Iowa law in emergency rooms. The other abortion-related matter the Supreme Court is set to hear this year is related to the medical abortion drug mifepristone. Coming up, millions of people around the country are digging themselves out this morning as another storm sweeps from coast to coast. And Stacey Lee will return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. Don't be tempted to accept a quick holiday settlement. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Another year in the rear view. We take a moment to remember the winding roads on our way to carving up snow peaks, the rush to their games and family fun, last-minute road trips and sun-soaked escapes, your favorite people in the passenger seat for game nights and tailgates, and all the journeys and memories that came between. Here is to gearing up for the roads ahead. Our entire team at McCurley will be here to help you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best for wherever this new year takes you and to get you back home again.
Find your way home in a new Mercedes-Benz C300 for only $549 a month from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. Get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. If you order right now, you can double the offer and just pay a separate fee. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. Here's how to order.
For over 30 years, our lawyers and staff have sent holiday greetings and reminders to be careful on winter streets. This year is no exception. Season's greetings, everyone. Be safe and have a happy new year.
Do you want Apple Valley News Now anywhere, anytime? Then you need Apple Valley News Now Plus for your phone, tablet, and streaming box. It's local news and first alert weather on your schedule from people you trust. Get Apple Valley News Now Plus for your phone, tablet, or streaming box today.
Next live.
Hey, we're live.
Vivica A. Fox and Cal Mitchell. Plus, Strive for More in 24 kicks off with Battling Burnout.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good Monday morning. Let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We are seeing snowflakes, folks. Ellensburg to Yakima, even some mixed precip, rain mixed with snow down the Yakima Valley, heading towards the Prosser area. Right now, going to see some flakes there. Eventually, this will transition into rain showers as the temperatures warm up later today. But it is chilly, so we could see some snow moving into the Columbia Basin as well later today. I believe, though, we'll see showers. 28 degrees right now in our Legends Casino Skycam. Blizzard warnings across the Cascade Mountains. We're talking 8 to 24 inches of snow, winds up to 65 miles an hour. Also, the Blue Mountains just outside of Dayton and Walla Walla, we're expecting 6 to 20 inches of snow there with winds up to 60 miles an hour. Another 2 to 4 inches up towards the Spokane Valley between Ritzville and Spokane. So if you're traveling at all in those areas over the next couple of days, be prepared for difficult driving conditions. Here's that storm today as it moves in. Rain showers on the west side. Here's the snow. As we get into the Columbia Basin, you see it green transitioning to rain. Once those showers start, they'll continue transitioning to snow up towards Spokane. Now, quicker or more in-depth look at our future cast. Here's where we're seeing those snow showers. Again, Ellensburg, Yakima, Sunnyside, starting to see a few snowflakes in the Prosser area. Transitioning to showers by about 11 down the valley into the Columbia Basin. Rain showers in Hermiston. But take a look. We've got heavy snowfall this afternoon across I-90. That's going to impact travel today, as well as I-84 between Pendleton, LeGrand, Blue Mountains just outside of Walla Walla. We'll continue to see those showers kind of tapering off around 8 o'clock tonight, but we have another band picking up overnight with heavy mountain snow in the upper elevations, rain showers in the lower elevations. Here comes more snow as we get through the day. On top of the snow, we're going to have those strong gusty winds. This is very active weather. Tuesday around noon, there's those snow showers. We'll have a little bit of a break here in the lower elevations, most of it staying taking itself through the mountain areas. Then we have this on Tuesday night coming through the Columbia River Gorge. That's going to impact I-84. So very active winter weather the next couple of days. We're going to see some snowflakes coming up possibly into the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities Wednesday into Thursday morning. Plus the strong gusty winds, high wind warning, that kicks in tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. and it will be in effect till 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Let me show you what we're talking about wind-wise. Here comes those winds starting to pick up around 9 o'clock tonight in the Columbia Basin. The Pendleton area really gets rocking and rolling overnight. That might keep you up tonight if you go to bed early enough. And then look at those strong gusty winds. That's the potential for blizzard making conditions in our Blue Mountains and Cascade Mountains. So just be prepared for heavy snow and those strong gusty winds at least through Wednesday. Things will start to calm down Wednesday afternoon. Here's the snowflakes falling at least through 9 o'clock in Yakima, eventually transitioning to rain, 30 degrees through 9. And here's that 7-day planning forecast. Look for showers today in the Columbia Basin. We have that rain-snow mix going on in Yakima. Tomorrow we'll see a little bit of a break, but we could still see some showers. Very active weather, and look at those overnight lows. We start dropping down to the single digits as we head towards the weekend. So a cold Arctic blast is headed our way from Canada as we get to the end of the week. Here's Walla Walla and Hermiston. Again, we're looking at wet weather, wintry mix through the region, and those chilly temperatures as we get into the weekend. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Now to the winter weather causing problems for millions of people. A new storm is bringing heavy snow and rain straight across the country. That follows heavy snow making a mess of large parts of the Northeast over the weekend. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, millions of people around the country are digging out as another storm sweeps from coast to coast.
Got kind of clobbered.
The Northeast slammed over the weekend, heavy snow and high winds creating hazardous conditions on major highways. I-90 outside Boston was littered with jackknife trucks and cars spun off the road.
You okay?
Some parts of New England blanketed in a foot or more of snow. Boston seeing its first major snowfall in 2 years.
Now the shift becomes the scramble of sand and salt trucks, black ice potentially in the morning as commuters get back to work, kids get back to school.
And a second storm strengthening in the west is expected to hit much of the country this week. Now that storm is pushing east with blizzard conditions in Colorado and a snowy morning commute in Denver. And in the south tonight, there is a high risk of flash flooding as heavy rain and wind are expected. Large hail and even a chance of tornadoes could hit late into the night and into Tuesday from Houston to Tallahassee. This after a tornado barreled through Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. Video shows it ripping through a transformer. Officials say it was on the ground for 1.5 miles before moving offshore. No injuries were reported. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The storm coming out of the plains is expected to hit the Northeast tomorrow. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, aircraft manufacturer Boeing is back in the regulatory crosshairs after a window on a 737 blew off 20 minutes into its flight from Portland.
Hollywood's biggest party turns Barbie pink.
I had champagne for breakfast. It's Golden Globes Day. Let's do it.
All the big moments with Ryan, Taylor, Bradley, and Oprah.
You look beautiful.
Next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Let's go! Put your hands together for the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just basketball, people. This is where what just happened happens all the time. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour playing Toyota Center January 21st and Yakima Valley Sundome January 22nd. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/WA for tickets.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there. And during the extended New Year's super sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Check out the Summit for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
Dishwasher on the fritz. Laundry giving you fits. A water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
We've got a big problem.
What else is new?
Wednesday, February 7th, the Connors are back.
I'm scared, Daddy.
Doing what they do best.
Darlene, you've always been the messenger of doom.
I'm a little rusty, but looking forward to getting back on that horse.
It's a brand new season, and they're all in.
For new boyfriends, the ante is $25.
I'm gonna take all your money and your daughter.
Only half of that bothers me.
The Connors, season premiere February 7th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
A special place on the scenic Clark Fork River. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Now to a critical discovery in the investigation of that nearly catastrophic Alaska Air incident. The plane's so-called door plug, which fell off last Friday after takeoff from Portland, Oregon, has been located. But the search for answers is just getting started. ABC's Allison Cossack reports.
I'm excited to announce that we found the door plug.
The National Transportation Safety Board announcing a school teacher in Portland, Oregon, found the door plug of the Alaska airplane in his backyard.
We're going to go pick that up and make sure that we begin analyzing it.
Investigators had been looking for the plug, even asking the public for help after the part blew off the Boeing 737 MAX 9 in midair on Friday, leaving a gaping hole in the fuselage, forcing an emergency landing. Investigators believe it holds clues of what caused the accident.
We are emergency. We are depressurized. We do need to return back to. We have 177 passengers.
Investigators say the door plug depressurized just after the plane took off, with more than 100 passengers and crew on board.
It was described as chaos, and it was very violent when the rapid decompression in the door was expelled out of the plane.
Also recovered, 2 passengers' cell phones that fell out of the plane.
I found a phone sitting on the side of the road that had apparently fallen 16,000 feet. So I opened it up, and it was in airplane mode with a travel confirmation and baggage claim for Alaska 1282.
NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says investigators are documenting the damage, including the door plug frame, before sending parts to a lab. The NTSB also addressing concerns of 3 previous pressurization alerts in the plane in the months before the accident. Alaska Airlines had restricted the plane from flying long distance over water.
Investigators were able to find the cockpit voice recorder from the plane, but the device was recorded over, leaving them with none of the data to use in their investigation. The FAA has temporarily grounded certain Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft, affecting about 171 planes worldwide. Alaska Airlines says it expects to be canceling flights for days after the door plug flew off during a flight Friday. FlightAware counts 138 cancellations Monday, and that's after about 170 on Sunday. The company says it's waiting for word from the FAA and Boeing and has maintenance teams standing by. The FAA is grounding certain Boeing 737 MAX planes for inspection. Alaska Airlines says it is significantly impacting its operations. Coming up, President Biden and other senior leaders kept in the dark for days after Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was admitted into the ICU.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222. Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. And during Purple's New Year, New You event, save up to $800 on select mattress and adjustable base bundles. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
A visit to a Montana resort that has it all.
Different scenery and the wildlife, just the atmosphere, the foliage, it's all great.
The hot springs is the real draw.
It's Quinn's Hot Springs Resort. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
Danny was rear-ended by a semi-truck. Serious injuries.
Mariano's reputation and experience gave him an advantage over the insurance company.
Daniel got paid a lot.
He lives up to his reputation, which is somebody who gets results.
Call 853-2222.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
The Pentagon has released new details about Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's continued hospitalization as members of both parties in Congress express concerns about the Secretary of Defense's hospital stay. And congressional leaders have worked out a budget deal. Now members must approve it in order to avoid a possible government shutdown.
And a substantial winter storm is making its way through the Pacific Northwest. We're already seeing some snow in the Yakima area. Chilly morning, grab your coat. All the details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Stacy Lee. Like I said, we have a substantial winter storm coming our way. Winter has finally kicked in. We're seeing some snow already this morning. Let's take a peek at our Skywatch radar right now. Look at that. Yakima seeing some snowflakes, and we're even seeing a wintry mix just starting to arrive in the Prosser area. So again, be careful. I-84 just outside of Hermiston, like on your way to Boardman, is going to be a little dicey and slick this morning on those roads. So we want to be very careful. That's what's happening right now on Skywatch radar. We're going to see those snowstorms. Blizzard warning is in effect from 4 p.m. today through 10 o'clock on Wednesday. We're talking 8 to 24 inches of snow across the Cascade Mountains and 65-mile-an-hour winds. Travel is going to be near impossible to get across there late tonight into tomorrow, so be aware of that. Blue Mountains looking at 6 to 20 inches, blowing snow there, winds up to 60 miles an hour. We're seeing snow on the I-90 corridor up to the Spokane area. 28 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Again, rain mixed with snow possible through the next couple of days. Strong winds really kicking in tonight into tomorrow. Those blizzard conditions across the mountains for the next 48 hours. And our temperatures are going to plummet as we get to the end of this week. I've got all the details coming up. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Now to the Defense Secretary's recent hospitalizations. Questions are still swirling around when the president was told and why Secretary Lloyd Austin's health condition was withheld from most top officials, including the White House and Congress. Officials say Austin had an unspecified surgery December 22nd and then was readmitted into intensive care about a week later. He still remains in the hospital. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington, D.C.
This morning, new details in the alarmingly quiet hospitalizations of Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. A Pentagon official telling ABC News the 70-year-old four-star general had what was described as a minor elective procedure on December 22nd at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center before returning home the next day. The White House, top Pentagon officials, and at least the Secretary of State were all unaware of the surgery until after the fact.
I wasn't aware of his medical issue. In fact, I talked to Lloyd last weekend. What I can say is this: it has been, it remains one of the great privileges of my career, over 30 years now, working in government, to serve alongside Lloyd Austin.
About a week after that surgery, Austin was admitted to the ICU on New Year's Day after experiencing severe pain. Still, it was not until 3 days later on Thursday that officials say the White House was informed. Sunday, the Pentagon saying for privacy reasons we're not able to provide additional information. But some argue that level of privacy is not afforded to cabinet secretaries who are high up in the presidential line of succession. Even Congress was blindsided by the revelation.
It's pretty shocking on this because when you're the Secretary of Defense, you need to make everyone aware that you're actually going to be out of pocket.
The White House is publicly standing by Austin, saying President Joe Biden and Austin spoke on the phone Saturday and that the conversation was warm. But a U.S. official telling ABC News White House aides are angered by the lack of timely notification. The incident coming amid a heated election, with former President Trump calling on Austin to be fired immediately for improper professional conduct.
The Pentagon says Austin is recovering well and had resumed duties Friday. Austin himself saying he could have done a better job informing the public. The question remains whether anyone will be held accountable. Congressional leaders announced Sunday they've worked out a budget agreement to keep the government funded through the end of the fiscal year. The deal between House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer includes $886 billion in defense spending and $704 billion in non-defense spending. Despite the tentative agreement, two funding deadlines are coming up, January 19th and February 2nd. If Congress does not approve the budget deal hammered out by its leaders, the government could still shut down. Some conservatives reportedly are demanding more from the White House on immigration and border security. President Biden praised the bipartisan deal, saying it would help avert a needless government shutdown. Stacey Lee returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
And right now we've got clear, calm conditions in the Columbia Basin. We do have snowflakes falling in the Yakima Valley this morning. 28 degrees. Grab your coat and get ready for your First Alert full weather forecast.
Plus, it's remained an American mystery for over 50 years, but a private investigator believes he may have a lead on the identity of infamous criminal D.B. Cooper.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
The second semifinal matchup is here.
That's exhilarating.
Which celebrity will advance to the Celebrity Jeopardy final?
Quick thumbs, Steven over here. I've got the God thumb!
Celebrity Jeopardy, new Tuesday on ABC.
Save now with winter stock reduction pricing in Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in store. All Bi-Mart vitamins and supplements are 50% off. Save with a hot buy on all season 1-gallon windshield cleaner. Member priced at just $2.99. Plus, our winter stock reduction sale has comforter sets, electric throws, and heated mattress pads 40% off. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
From Apple Valley News Now, This is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing, and just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
Next ET, Inside Hollywood's Party of the Year.
E.T. at the Golden Globes.
The couples, the fashion,
It's surprisingly comfortable.
what you didn't see backstage.
Hi, E.T.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Does your phone have the Apple Valley News Now app? With top local stories, first alert weather, and an easy way to enter our contests. Make Apple Valley News Now your go-to information app. Search and download on the App Store or Google Play.
Next live.
Hey, we're live.
Vivica A. Fox and Cal Mitchell. Plus, Strive for More in 24 kicks off with Battling Burnout.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The story of D.B. Cooper is something of an American urban myth and especially relevant here in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
The thief's identity has mystified both professional and amateur investigators for over 50 years.
It's been wild. Now, in November of 1971, a man paid cash for a flight from Portland to Seattle. According to the FBI, he handed a flight attendant a note demanding 4 parachutes and $200,000 in cash.
And after landing in Seattle, the plane took off again, heading for Mexico City. Somewhere between Seattle and Reno, the man parachuted from the back of the plane with the cash and then into history.
Now, a microscopic metal fragment found on the the tie left behind by the infamous man could lead to his true identity. Private investigators and researchers, Eric Eulis believes the discovery can be traced to a sophisticated metal fabric shop. His person of interest is titanium research engineer Vince Peterson from Pittsburgh, who died in 2002.
So while we may have an update on this investigation,
right,
still a lot up in the air.
I know they have searched the Columbia River Gorge extensively because they believe that's where he parachuted out, but that's never been found. They have found cash. So yeah, very interesting story. And one little fragment of metal is leading to maybe this discovery. So
very interesting.
Very interesting, for sure. All right, coming up, I'll have a look at your weather. We've got some snowflakes falling in the Yakima Valley this morning, heading towards the Prosser region. A big winter storm coming our way. It's coming up in a few minutes.
And 2 private companies are hustling to get the U.S. back in the space race more than 5 decades after the Apollo program ended. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, 6 years, no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Did you know Austria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Austria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even fuel charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
The average cost of hearing aids is nearly $5,000, but now you can buy a full pair of rechargeable, wireless, nearly invisible, easy to use, and comfortable hearing devices for only $99, but only from Audient.
It's easy to use.
They're small.
A pair of $99 Audient Atoms can be sold over the phone without having to see a doctor or audiologist. Call to order.
1-800-617-3809.
George and Heidi use Verizon for their mobile service. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. Both couples have 2 lines and both get unlimited data and nationwide 5G. But there's a big difference. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more.
That's too much. Way too much.
Plus taxes.
And fees.
With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. All with no added taxes and no hidden fees. Start saving way more. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today. Dan and Tina save big. Over $1,500 in savings.
Really?
Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, and they get reliable coast-to-coast service with a connection they can count on. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free for a year. Visit SpectrumMobile.com, a Spectrum store, or call 844-517-2999 today.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Good Monday morning, January 8th. We have a active weather pattern coming through the Pacific Northwest. We're tracking some snow down the Yakima Valley, a little rain mix precip just making its way into the outskirts of Prosser, making its way to Benton City. Well, we could see a couple of flakes this morning. It will transition to rain showers later today. 28 degrees on our Dust Devil Gesa Stadium sky cam. Feels like 28. Winds are light, but those are going to be picking up later today as well. We have blizzard warnings for the Cascade Mountains, winds up to 65 miles an hour. 8 to 24 inches of snow through Wednesday morning in the Cascades. And then taking a look at the Blues, 6 to 20 inches by Wednesday. Winds there up to 60 miles an hour. So blizzard warning in effect. I-90, we could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches up towards the Spokane area. Here's that upper level system moving across. And then as this first portion of the system moves through, we'll see the transition to rain showers. And as it starts to move out, the next system sets up and comes in late tonight into tomorrow. With this system, that's when we're going to see those strong gusty winds. Let's time things out. We're seeing those snow showers all the way down I-90, 84, Sunnyside, and we're going to continue to see that. We could see some flakes here this morning. By about 11, though, it's going to warm up enough. It'll transition to rain, but don't expect to not see a couple of flakes this morning. Mostly rain showers through the afternoon in the Columbia Basin. That snow transitioning to rain in Yakima. It's going to be a snowy day in Ellensburg throughout the day. Showers into the Blue Mountains in Walla Walla there tonight. Here's that next band. We'll see those rain showers and the strong gusty winds. So keeping it warm. That's why we'll see mostly rain through the Columbia Basin, but we'll have some mixed precip and heavy snow falling in the Cascade Mountains. And then the cold front starts to come through Tuesday morning. More snow showers in the Cascades and the outlying areas. East slopes of the Cascades in Yakima. Mostly rain showers, heavy snow for the Blues. Here's even more Tuesday at noon. So we have this active weather pattern bringing snow down the Columbia River Gorge as well. Travel is going to be difficult over the next couple of days, especially Tuesday into Wednesday, with the Columbia River Gorge getting heavy rain and heavy snow down I-84. So if you have any travel plans this week, you're going to want to pay close attention to those road conditions as you get out there. Plus, we have a high wind advisory that picks up at 4 o'clock in the morning, overnight tonight into Wednesday. We're talking 50 to 60 mile-an-hour winds through the region. Here's your day planner. We see the snow showers 9 o'clock. Again, as it gets a little warmer, if we can get up above the freezing level, it'll transition to rain. So don't expect a big accumulation in Yakima. We'll have mostly cloudy skies with rain kicking in a little bit later. And yes, we'll stay just above that freezing level. So may see a couple of snowflakes in the upper elevations around the Tri-Cities. Mostly cloudy skies will be well above the freezing level by the time the system arrives into Walla Walla. Here's a quick look at that 7-day planning forecast. Not only do we have active weather all week long, those temperatures drop significantly beginning Friday, with overnight lows making it down into the single digits. So get ready, it's going to be really cold as we head into next weekend. Here's what it looks like for Walla Walla and Hermiston, the active weather with mixed precip. Not expecting a ton of accumulation in the lower elevations. However, we get really cold beginning Friday, where we will start to see some snow showers in the lower elevations. So get ready, it's a wild weather week. Riley?
Thank you, Stacy. Overnight, a historic moon mission getting underway from a launching pad in Florida. If all goes well, a lander and some precious cargo are expected on the moon next month. ABC's Derek Dennis reports.
And liftoff of the first United Launch Alliance Vulcan rocket.
Liftoff, some 50 years after the first American mission to the moon, a new American rocket is on its own giant leap for mankind. Launching overnight from Cape Canaveral, marking the first lunar launch from the U.S. since NASA's final Apollo mission. The brand new rocket, the Vulcan, is made by the private space company United Launch Alliance, hoping to jump into the commercial space tourism industry. If all goes according to plan, a small lunar landing will touch down on the moon on February 23rd.
They ask us as a company to buy a launch vehicle and to build a lander that can deliver their payloads, in this case science payloads, to the surface of the moon.
Rod Roddenberry, son of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, paying special attention to the launch. On board several experiments and the remains of 70 people, including Roddenberry and Star Trek actress Nichelle Nichols.
He and the First Lady of Star Trek, along with a number of the other cast members from Star Trek, along with countless other prominent and wonderful people, their ashes and their DNA are going to join together and be launched out. Humanity is going where no one has gone before.
Astrobotics, the company behind the lander, warns the mission is still risky.
It is 250,000 miles away. It is in the vacuum of space. You are controlling a vehicle that you can't use a joystick with from here on Earth.
And 2024 could be the year of the lunar lander, with 5 U.S. spacecraft and at least 1 Japanese lander heading to the moon this year, with the goals of lowering the cost of moon missions and working towards getting American tourists to the moon. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive, one-on-one with Jonathan Majors.
You feel that you did anything wrong on the night of March 25th, if you could relive that night?
It's been just 3 weeks since a Manhattan jury convicted the critically acclaimed actor of misdemeanor reckless assault and harassment. He was then dropped by Marvel Studios. And this morning, he's speaking out for the first time since his trial.
Why did you decide you wanted to talk now?
I felt like it was time. A lot has happened. It's about responsibility and coming forward and being brave and giving my part of the story.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of our exclusive interview with Jonathan Majors. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News.
Kate made progress with her mental health, but her medication caused unintentional movements in her face, hands, and feet called tardive dyskinesia, or TD. So her doctor prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily TD treatment for adults. Austedo XR significantly reduced Kate's TD movements. Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, Kate can stay on her mental health meds.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
Ask your doctor for Austedo XR.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The Walla Walla Fire Department reported Sunday one of its firefighters died while on duty. Fire engineer Ryan Pleasance died while on duty yesterday morning. The fire department said Pleasance was a 20-year veteran with Walla Walla Fire, serving as a medic for 19 years before being promoted to engineer in July. The department said memorial service plans will be announced, but they didn't share any further information. Each of the Tri-Cities now have new mayors, all sworn in last week, and they're not unfamiliar faces to their respective council benches. Pasco Mayor Pete Serrano's term lasts until the end of 2025. He has 6 years on the Pasco City Council and is also an attorney. Richland Mayor Teresa Richardson has been a part of the Richland City Council since 2022 and became mayor last week. Kennewick Mayor Gretel Crawford's title was unanimously renewed after she took office when Mayor McKay stepped down. The Benton County Auditor's Office has released key dates and information about the next month's February 13th election. According to the Auditor's Office, a logic and accuracy test examining the accuracy of vote tabulating equipment is set for tomorrow, January 9th at 2 p.m. Ballots will be sent out via mail on January 24th. Mail-in votes and online voter registration must be submitted by February 5th. The Auditor's Office says the election will be certified at 9 in the morning on February 23rd. It's your constitutional right to have the assistance of counsel for your defense if you get charged with a crime and you're unable to afford a lawyer. The government is required to provide one, but the problem is finding enough money to pay those lawyers for the hours they spend working. In response, District 15 Senator Nikki Torres has pre-filed a motion to increase funding for the Office of Public Defense. The Washington legislative session begins today. Representative Dan Newhouse held the third of his Central Washington Fentanyl Task Force meetings Friday. Newhouse says the report demonstrates efforts to tackle fentanyl, other substance abuse, and mental health issues, and he says the report outlines the goals at the federal, state, and county levels. According to Representative Newhouse, this audience received a briefing from the group Safe Yakima Valley about its efforts to land a grant from the Washington Department of Commerce. Several cannabis retailers in Western Washington have been dealing with criminals using vehicles to smash into businesses and steal products and cash. After the failure of last year's measure designed to give small retailers excise tax credits for safety upgrades, State Senator Karen Kaiser has drafted a more targeted program to fund safety improvements like bollards. The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board is also offering free safety assessments for smaller retailers. We finally arrived to the end of the college football season. Tonight, the Washington Huskies will play for their first national championship in more than 30 years, facing off against the Michigan Wolverines, making this a matchup of one of the best offenses in the country against one of the top-ranked defenses. You can watch the game tonight at 4:30 on ESPN.
And let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We've been tracking some light snow this morning down the Yakima Valley, even some rain mixed with snow here on I-82, just starting to move its way into Prosser. We're not expecting a big accumulation. However, this could impact your travel this morning. And we do have blizzard warnings in effect through Wednesday, kicking in tonight at 4 o'clock across the Cascade Mountains. We're going to see blowing snow, difficult to almost impossible travel conditions expecting anywhere from 8 to 24 inches of snow and 65-mile-an-hour winds. Not only the Cascades, but the Blue Mountains as well. 6 to 20 inches of snow in the next 48 hours. Winds up to 60 miles an hour. Those winds will really start to pick up late tonight. Also impacting travel on I-90. We're going to see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches between Ritzville and the Spokane area, right into the Idaho Panhandle. So very active weather system coming our way for the next several days. Here's the 7-day planning forecast. Look for that rain mix that we're seeing this morning in Yakima. Temperatures making it up to about 36 degrees today. Warmer tomorrow, a little warm front coming in, so we'll see rain showers tomorrow. And then we get a big transition as we get to Thursday, Friday. Those temperatures drop nearly 20 degrees overnight. And then you'll see those overnight lows in the single digits with snow heading our way Thursday and Saturday in Yakima. Let's take a look at Tri-Cities. Rain showers mainly here today with those temperatures hitting 40. That warm front moves in with 49-degree temperatures Tuesday, but those strong gusty winds are going to move into the area as well. We have a strong wind advisory in place through Wednesday. Then look for rain mix with snow Thursday. And again, those temperatures drop a full 20 degrees in just one day with single-digit temperatures in the overnight lows. Riley?
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back tonight at 5.